Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above. It's Chris here, and I'm going to be doing a bit of a celebration shave today. Earlier on this morning I was lucky enough to get up and watch the Portugal game against France, and Portugal did it. Alright, fair enough, I've got a Scottish accent, but as my previous video stated, I followed Portugal for about 16 years now, back in the Luis Figo days. And prior to that I managed to watch a bit of Wimbledon as well, which Andy Murray took the honours in. So it's another Scotsman doing us proud, or British if you want to call him that. It would be Scottish to me as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, it's just a bit of a celebration shave, and what I'm going to do today, tonight, I'm going to shave my head again. I'm really enjoying shaving my head. I love it really gets really smooth, so I've been really enjoying it, and I'm going to do a bit of a scary one, going by the YouTube videos at least, because I'll be using this. The Muhle R41. Beautiful razor. I picked this one up. I got it quite cheap actually, from a store over here on special, the end of year special for the tax year. It's got beautiful weight to it. It's got a lovely thick handle. As you can see, I like the shorter length as well. I'm not a big fan of long handled. I don't really make a big hands. I just like having a good grip on it, and it feels lovely. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of videos on this online, and from what I've been hearing and what I see, it's quite an aggressive razor. Now I paired this up with the razor blade it came with, which says a lot about the razor itself, which is the Derby blade, which is pretty much the exact opposite of it being aggressive. It's quite a mild razor as far as I'm aware. And just looking at it from the top here, it doesn't seem to show much of the blade, so it doesn't look like it's going to be an aggressive razor. Compared to the actual DE89, the Edwin Jagger, it doesn't look quite as aggressive, so it'll be interesting to see how I go. Touch wood, I've had 3 shaves in my head so far. I've only sort of nicked myself a couple of times on the second shave, but the first and third shaves I was nick free, razor burn free, bump free, no problems whatsoever. So hopefully I can do the same again. Now I'm going to pair this up with the Omega Crema de Barba. I used this in a review, I think it was probably 2 weeks ago now. I did it for my head shave as well from memory, and it's excellent, excellent, excellent cream. Really, really impressed with it. And from watching a lot of YouTube videos on there, the Italians really do have a knack for making good creams. So I've really enjoyed using this one. I've only used it once. I used it for my face and for my head. The scent from it is lovely. I'll soon find out even more when I lather up. I'll be using the Similk 830 brush, which I've had soaking while I was in the shower. Alright, so let's get stuck in. I'm just going to wet my head a bit. I've just had a long day at work today, so I thought I'd have a quick shower and have a bit of a shave. I've not had much sleep, as you can imagine. I got up at 3 o'clock this morning to watch the Portugal game, and haven't been back to bed since. I had about half an hour's sleep on the van on the way to work this morning. So, alright, so Omega, Hornbolt. I'm just going to put a touch more in than I did the last time, because I do use a bit more cream when I'm shaving my head. I'll go with that much there. Probably a bit more than what you really need, but I am working on my lathers as well, so I'm trying to make these lathers a little bit better. I'm getting tired now. It's probably not the best time to shave when you're tired. Alright, so I'm just going to dip the brush, flick a few drops in there. So I've actually got, I don't know whether you can see that sort of just jiggling on the bottom there. Got a fair bit of water in there, so now I know you can't remove water from it, so if it's too much water that's in the bowl, what I'll do is I'll just add a bit more cream. But I think this will probably be alright. And this stuff did lather up really nice when I did it the first time around. It made a lovely lather. Scent's lovely. It's got a eucalyptus smell to it. It's, yeah, it has got a sort of barbershop smell to it. Probably not as much as some other soaps, but it really does. And the Italians just have that knack, I believe, of getting this sort of thing right. Now I will say one thing about this bowl. I do really like the home bolt. This one's it's probably a bit small. I think they did a bigger one, but I didn't go for it. I went for the smaller bowl. But one thing I don't like about it that I've noticed in some other videos is underneath here, or a lot of the shaving bowls are on the side, you get a handle, you get a little bit on the bottom here, like a bowl, like a sort of like the bottom of a glass. You can actually grip onto and hold under here, so it's not getting all over your hands like this. I find this quite a messy way of making a lather. Luckily enough, with the Simul brush, it does an excellent job. So it's certainly whipping up a nice thick lather already. I'm getting everywhere, eh? But I've definitely been very impressed. You can see in there it's starting to really thicken up now. I've been really impressed with this brush. I know I haven't used too many brushes so far. The Wow brush, which I was sort of favouring in the beginning, which is still a lovely brush. It's a bit softer than this, but for some reason I get really nice lathers with this Simul. And since Portugal's won the European Championships, I thought I'd just add a bit of Portuguese into my shave, and I'll probably keep it in here for a while. This will probably be my go-to brush for most of my shaves now. I will be definitely going for a few more Simul brushes along the line, but I think I've got enough stuff at the moment. I've got some more stuff on order, some Proraso things, and I've got some shaving foams which are a bit probably not readily available. I've certainly not seen them. I've not seen any reviews on them. You can see in there I've got this beautiful lather. I mean, that is just lovely. I've got my head's a little bit wet. Just had a shower, so the hair should be reasonably soft. Don't want too much water on there. Oh, there we go. Lovely. Oh, what a beautiful smell. Now, I can still smell a little bit of the boar brush, and I think I probably will for the foreseeable future. Probably the next sort of 10-15 shaves or so. But I'm not too bothered about that. I know in the end, once the brush breaks down a bit and the ends split on the hairs, that the actual scent of the boar will disperse a bit. It won't be as strong, because it does kill the smell of your creams every now and then. And that's a lovely lather, absolutely beautiful. Still got loads on the brush, loads in the bowl, a lot creamier. I must say I've got to put a thanks out there to Kevy Shaves and the Suffolk Shaver, just for a few hints and tips on how to do the lathers and how to actually work on it, make it a little bit richer and creamier, but wetter as well, so it doesn't fade away as much. I mean, you can see there, that's lovely, and you're not seeing much skin through that. The brush makes such a difference as well. Alright, so let's get stuck in. I'm not nervous about using this razor, but a bit apprehensive. I've watched that many guys that have been shaving for a long time use it and cut themselves and get nicks and things, so I don't know how it's going to go. I'm looking forward to it. So here we go, the Muhle R41 with a Derby blade. Just tilt that up a touch. Now, one thing I did learn from watching all the videos is no pressure. Just let the weight of the razor do the work. The blade itself, the Derby blade, feels very smooth. I'm not feeling really, I can hear it cutting the hair. I'm getting that very, very mild tug. It's not a tug, but as it's slicing through the hair, just that slight feeling as it's just slicing through. But so far, very smooth. It's got a lot of weight to this razor. I think, from memory, I think this is the HD. I think this is an HD, I'm not sure, that might be my Jagger. I think this is an HD, it's a very heavy razor, which I think probably adds to the aggressiveness of it. I think some people might just lean a little bit harder with the razor, and that's maybe what causes a few of the problems, which is something that I probably do myself, because I'm still very, very new to this. But it's definitely taking it down really well. I mean, that's really smooth so far. I mean, it's obviously not, I've not went against the grain, so it's not going to be baby smooth, but oh yeah, it's lovely, really nice. That's just, yeah, whipping the whiskers off with absolute ease. Even on the face, feels very smooth. In fact, to be honest with you, it doesn't actually feel that aggressive. Hopefully that's not the famous last words, but it doesn't feel that aggressive to me, even opposed to the Elvin Jagger. It could be the blade. It could most certainly be the blade. It feels very comfortable to use. So I'm literally just placing that on my head and just pulling it forward. There's no pressure at all. I keep forgetting I've got two blades on these. I am switching the blade round as I wash it, so it's not like I'm overusing any part of the blade. Do you know something? I'm really enjoying that this much. I might even do my face as well. I don't know. I only shaved yesterday, so it'll be interesting to see using an aggressive, or what's meant to be an aggressive razor, how my face would deal with it. So far so good. I've got definitely no irritation whatsoever. And on the top of my head and on the front and sides, I've got no nicks at all either. I'm just going to check, see if I've still got quite a good bit of lather on there. Oh, it's just super smooth. Super smooth. Now that could very well be the Derby blade. So I'm just going to lift some of that out. I mean, that lather's just floating in the water. It's that thick and creamy, but you can actually see the amount of hair that's in there. Just super creamy lather. Really, really happy with this lather. And I've got to say, this Omega cream, so far, out of everything I've tried, it's definitely the best cream I've used. It's the best shaving cream, soap, anything that I've used ever. It's just head and shoulders above the other things. The closest thing I've used so far that would even sort of come close to it would be the Bluebeard's Revenge, which is also a lovely shaving cream, but not a patch on this. Not for the scent. The slickness is incredible. Alright, so for first pass, so far so good. I don't think I've got any nicks at all. I don't feel any irritation. There's no stinging, nothing on there. I mean, I've got a bit of red there, but I think that might have been from my previous, I don't know what that is actually. It looks like a little nick, but it's not actually bleeding. Excuse me. So, nothing at all so far. I'm just going to empty this water out because it's absolutely chock full of hair. So I hope everyone else has had a good day so far. I know it's pretty early back in the UK. So I hope everyone's had a good day. I hope if you watch Wimbledon and you watch the European Championships, I hope your teams that you support won, so your player that you were going for won. I did watch the full highlights of the Andy Murray match this morning after the football. I couldn't get back to sleep after that. I only had a couple of hours before work, so I watched the full highlights of the Murray match and they played really well, so I was really happy. It was a good night for me. I've watched Andy Murray for years. I never thought he would win anything. I just thought he'd always be a goodie, bit sort of the next Tim Henman, but obviously proved everyone wrong when he won the US Open and then Wimbledon. So to win Wimbledon twice is quite an amazing feat. But certainly Portugal, having never won a tournament in their history, to win the European Championships this morning, or last night as it was in the UK, just incredible. I absolutely enjoyed every minute of it. Right, I'm just going to give myself a bit of a quick little soak down. So just from that, putting that water on there, there's no irritation at all, nothing, which is great. So I'm just going to get straight back on with the same brush. Still got loads of lather on there. Just get stuck in. So for those of you that haven't watched my previous videos, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go against the grain, which gives you that lovely baby soft smooth skin. And this cream, this shaving cream is incredible for it because the slickness is just beautiful. The scent's lovely. It's all through the bathroom, all through the ensuite. I can smell the scent. It's so strong now. It's not a strong scent, but just that. It's got beautiful. It's a mild smell, but it really fills the room up. I'm just going to go back to the bowl just for a little bit more. Certainly, that lather there is much better than the lathers I have been making. I've been trying to spend a bit more time with them now and really cream them up a bit, get them nice and thick, but still wet enough that they don't dry out. Alright, second pass with the Muhle R41 with an excellent blade. I'm really surprised with this Derby blade. From what I've been hearing on YouTube, it's obviously quite a mild blade. Super smooth, which is what people say about it, but it's still cutting the hairs really well. But it could be because this is an aggressive razor. So I mean, I can only imagine having an aggressive razor with a mild blade would give you a pretty good shave, and vice versa. Obviously, a mild razor with an aggressive blade like the Feather in the DE89 gives me a similar sort of shave to this. I wouldn't say it's as smooth as this. This is very smooth, and touch wood, so far there's no nicks. Try to find the angle there. I was struggling to find the angle. The slickness in this soap is so incredible. It's the razor's just sliding over my head. There we go. Definitely found that angle now. I mean, that slickness, wow. Nothing like it so far. I haven't used a cream or a shaving soap that's got this slickness so far. And for what looks like, when you first pick it up, the actual tube it comes in, it doesn't look like much. But it's certainly got it's obviously got the technology in there. It might not be as flashy to look at as some of the other creams. I mean, the Bluebeard shaving cream comes in a lovely little tub. And don't get me wrong, I would probably say the Bluebeard actually smells a bit better than this. It's got a little bit more of a sort of aftershave scent to it, which is really nice. Whereas this is more of a sort of eucalyptus, it's got a lovely fresh scent. I think I missed a bit of hair back there in the first part. Now there is just, I've noticed with this one, there's a lot less overhang on the sides, so I don't worry so much about going around my ears, whereas with the Edwin Jagger DE89, there's quite a lot of hangover on here, overhang, sorry, and I don't worry about it too much. I'm generally pretty tidy around my ears, but it's certainly, you have got to be a bit more wary of it. I mean, the slickness on this soap's just to die for. Now, I know the Suffolk shaver did say to me, they said that don't obviously shave unless you've got cream on, don't shave bits that don't have cream on. But seriously, the slickness in this soap, it's just, I mean, that's like just silky smooth, and it's so, well, slick for a word, really good stuff. I know I keep harping on about it, but this cream really does a wonderful job, and it should be in every single person's locker. And as far as I'm concerned, it should be up there definitely as one of your regular shaving creams. I mean, that it's just making loads and loads and loads of beautiful thick lather. So I'm just going to rinse it off again. Just a quick rinse. Pretty much, there's a few little bits to clean up there. There's not much left on there now. So I'm just going to go back in. Just going to completely lather up again, and then I'll have a bit of a feel around with my fingers, and then just touch up the bits that I've missed. Now what I find now is I do add a bit more water into my lather. When I was first doing it there, a couple of the guys were picking me up, saying like, just add a bit more, don't be too afraid to put water in, which obviously I'm learning that slowly but surely. But this is just, I mean, the amount I can't get enough of it. I just can't get enough off of this brush. It just wants to sit in the brush as well. Just incredible stuff. Definitely the perfect cream to use for your head. Definitely, and it works beautifully with this razor. I'm really impressed with this razor. Alright, so I'm just going to basically go in now, just rub the cream around and just feel for anything. There's definitely a bit of roughness there. Oh, just literally, you'll be able to hear that. But that noise is silky smooth on my head. It doesn't actually feel like it's doing anything at all. Just the same again, there's just no not putting any pressure. And I think I might have nicked myself there, but I'm not sure. It's quite difficult to know whether you've done it in the back of your head or not, because obviously I can't look at the back of your head very well without a mirror, which I don't have a spare mirror at the moment. I don't have a little handheld one. I don't even think my wife has one. Now watch this. And the bowl's still full. There's still loads in the bowl. I'm just going to apply this onto my head and just give it another bit of a feel around. It really does give you the well, in my opinion anyway, gives you the ultimate protection. I think you'd be very hard pushed to find something with a bit of slickness. Now I'd like to imagine that there's definitely creams out there. With similar slickness. But I'm certainly at this stage, I know it's my head, so I don't find my head to be anywhere near as sensitive as my face. I find it actually a lot easier to shave my head than I do my face, even though I can't actually see every part of it when I'm doing it. There you have it, guys. I cannot feel a single bit of hair anyway. Apart from there. Right, now this is something that I'm not 100% sure on. I'm still not sure on it, whether you actually do this part when you're rinsing off, whether you're rinsing off your face, your head or whatever you shave, whether you actually use hot water or cold water. So I'm interested to know if any of you guys watch that idea, if you can give me what your tips are on that, whether you actually use your hot water because it keeps the pores open and then apply all your sort of soothing, healing creams and things, or use cold water and allow the pores to close straight away. What I've been doing is using a sort of lukewarm water at the moment, because I don't know whether it's, I just hit it in the middle. Oh. There we have it, guys. One squeaky clean shaved head. It doesn't get much closer than that. I've just got a couple of little stray hairs there. I have actually just nicked myself there, which is fine. It's a bit tougher to get round about them areas. And like people say, it is an aggressive razor. I mean, by all means I don't think it is. But once I try it on my face, I think that's going to be the real tester for it, because at the moment I'm finding shaving my head quite easy compared to my face. Got a lot less nicks and stuff. So next I'm going to add Shaveworks, the Cool Fix. Once again, this is really good stuff. It does sting, and I find it stings even on my head when I know I've got no irritation, which right now I've got hardly any irritation at all. It's still going to sting. It just stings, there's nothing you can do about it, but it does a great job. It really dies down. It stings for that probably 5-10 seconds, then you can actually feel it soothing and it actually starts working. Really good stuff. And look, I mean, from what I read, I don't know if I actually got it on here. Oh, it's on the bottom, so actually if you peel it off. The actual ingredients in here are actually pretty good. I'm not going to peel it off because I don't like doing those little peely stickers at the back. They never stick back down again, and I've got a thing about having my bottles looking nice and clean and straight. So actually that's much better than before, than when I've done it before. Normally it stings quite a bit. This actually feels it's actually a nice feeling this time. And I've got to say, I did struggle with the scent to begin with when I first started using it. I wasn't that keen on it, but it's got a beautiful fresh scent. And so it's one of them ones that grows on you. The more you use it, the better it becomes. So I'm actually really enjoying using this now. And I know it does do the trick. It does help fill up the razor bit. And any nicks or cuts that you've got, it really does work. You feel the sting and then the sting goes away. Very similar to using a Allen block. It's certainly excellent stuff. So there we have it, guys. I'm really happy with that. Now, I don't know why, I got some tobacco out. I forgot I was shaving my head, so I'm not going to chuck tobacco all over my head. I'm just going to let the cool fix do its thing. So thank you for tuning in, guys, and watching this sort of Portuguese and Andy Murray special shave. I've really enjoyed that one. I've really enjoyed using the stuff as well. That cream is ace. It's really worth the money. I think I picked the tube up for, I think it was about 14 bucks, so it's about 7 quid in the UK. You just can't get, I mean, that's a big old tub of tube of cream. That's going to last me a long time. So definitely, if you haven't tried it, get some. It's worth every single penny as far as I'm concerned. I'm new to this game, so when I use something and it feels great, I know it really does feel great. Especially coming from cartridge razors and using some pretty shonky creams like the Derby creams, which I really don't enjoy. Going on to this is beautiful stuff. So thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you'll watch the video. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you've got any questions or any hints or tips for me, please let me know. Thanks again, guys. I'll catch you next time.